I'm Jason with Krazy Beaver Tools. A couple months ago, we learned about a new product that was coming out by Deadman Off-Road, which is basically an anchor that is buried in the sand. After a couple months, these guys have put it on Kickstarter, and we wanted to be able to test it out. And so these guys that came out today all the way from San Diego, California. We're out in the outskirts of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we're on a great big sand dune out in the middle of nowhere. And we got a JK that's we intentionally put in four-wheel drive until it couldn't go any further up on the hill. It's running 40s with a supercharger, and so we want to test this anchor system out.
So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take the Deadman and we're going to dig a hole about 24 inches deep here, bury it all up, and then we're going to take the leads and put them together and attach it to the JK, and that's going to create that anchor point so that it can help the JK get back up this hill.
All right, well, let's get digging. Let's do it.
Okay, so now we dug a hole about 24 inches, so which is right around my kneecap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the Deadman and we're going to throw it in, and then we're going to start burying it. And, so let's grab the edges here, and then we're just going to toss it in. You got to keep the leads out. Try to get the front edge closest to the Jeep kind of laid flat. The back edge you can curl a little bit. You can jump here and make it thing. One thing you'll notice is that we made the wall on this hole very straight, because that's going to be the catching point. So when you're pulling this thing, it's going to catch on that front wall, and so that's going to create a hook to help just bring the thing up.
Okay.
Great. So now let's just go ahead and start burying it. Just gotta make sure that the leads don't fall in as you're digging. Okay. So now that we have the Deadman buried, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the arms, bring them together, the legs, bring them together, and then the arms and bring them together as well. So we grab the arms, and we want to make sure that the loops are kind of all facing up when we bring them together. So yeah, we're going to put the arms together like this, and then we're going to bring the legs down. Sorry, these are the legs, these are the arms, and we're going to bring the arms down and attach them to the legs. So this is what the secondary loop is for. So when you're in using it as a ground anchor, what we found is that if you try to attach these all together with one shackle, as you can see, the back end is going to have to pull a lot. So it'll start pulling out before the front end finally gets taut. So what we're doing with these secondary loops is we're trying to make all the legs taut, or the legs and arms all taut at the same time.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll take one shackle, fit it through that. So through the secondary loops and the primary loops.
So we're using the soft shackle here. Can we use a metal shackle?
Yes, absolutely. You can use a metal shackle. It gets tight for a standard 5/8 inch pin shackle. But what we like the soft shackles because it's bigger, it makes it a little bit easier to work with here, and at the same time, like if it reduces metal in the system, so there's no potential energy stored up in the metal. These straps are also polyester, which is basically similar to this kind of material, where there's no stretch in it as well.
Yeah.
And then same with the winch line here with these synthetic winch lines. So it's all kind of low potential energy.
So in the rope world, this would all be static line versus dynamic.
Exactly. So this is all static stuff right here. So we don't want that.
Okay.
We don't want it to stretch. All right. So then we grab the legs and we do the same thing. Attach the legs in.
And in this case, we're using the hook from Factor 55, but it could be anything, right?
Yep, it could be anything. Exactly. Again, we like the Factor 55's closed winch system. Just reduces the potential of things slipping or anything like that. So that's why we're grabbing that hole right there. Although they did a fantastic job with this design. And there we go. So we're all set up, all tight, and ready to go and recover the vehicle.
How you guys doing? I'm Sean from Pitt Bull Motor Toyz. We're out here with Deadman Off-Road and Krazy Beaver Tools, trying out Deadman's new recovery system that they're launching. I was a little skeptical, and it was cool how very simple to use, make it work, and it pulled my Jeep up. We've got a 2013 JK. This thing weighs almost 7,000 pounds. It's on 40s with 60 Terra 60 axles. We left them aired up and purposely got it pretty stuck on this sand hill. Very soft, slick sand out here. And we buried the Deadman, and we used our Warren 12,000 pound Xenon winch on it with all the synthetics and the remote control, and hooked it up with all the Factor 55 recovery, and used the bubba rope, the gator jaw, and man, this thing just pulled us right up. The anchor stayed and did exactly what it needed to do. It's very nice, compact, easy to put in your Jeep underneath your seat. Doesn't take up a lot of space, and dig a hole and use it.
As you guys just saw, we used Sean's Jeep to test out this new product. I have to admit, I was kind of skeptical at first when that anchor got loaded up and the Jeep started putting tension on it. I watched the dirt as it started to move, and I thought, oh, it's going to pull out. But then all of a sudden it settled, and the Jeep started coming up. It's pretty incredible. Then once we came over it, we unhooked, and all we did was hook up the back and pulled out. It left all the dirt behind, and then at that point we just filled in the hole a little bit more. But relatively, one sandstorm, it's all gone. You'll never even know we're here. But the ease of pulling it out was just incredible. So I'm super impressed with it.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us out here. This has been a blast, and it was really cool to see that big Jeep come on up over this hill using this thing. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you for having us out.
Awesome, thank you.